Hello everyone. Today I will guide you on how to clean install Windows 11 25H2 without a USB or external hard drive in 6 different ways. The first way is quite simple. You just need to prepare the Windows 11 25H2 ISO file for me. Right-click on the file and select Mount. Open the Sources folder. Click on the destination bar at the top and type cmd. Enter the command on the screen. Now I will turn off the internet to speed up the installation process. Please select Nothing to clean install. And now click Install. Windows will automatically install. That concludes method 1. Next will be method 2. The second method is quite simple. You only need one Windows 11 25H2 ISO file. Right-click and select Mount. Copy the Sources folder to a partition other than C. Now, change the folder name to 11 so it's easier to remember. Now open Notepad and create a .reg file to install on unsupported machines. The file code I will leave in the description and comments below. Select File, Save. Save it in the partition that has the 11 folder. Change Save as Type to all files. Save it with the name labconfig.reg. You will see the .reg file you just created here. Now hold the Shift key and restart the computer to enter Windows recovery environment. Select Troubleshoot. Advanced Options. Command Prompt. Now enter the command to open Notepad. Select File, Open. Change the file of type to All Files. Open your 11 folder. Find the Setup file. Right-click on Setup and run it. From here, you can install Windows as usual. If this happens, press Shift and F10 on the keyboard. Type Notepad. Select File, Open. Change the file of type to All Files. Find labconfig.reg. Right-click on labconfig.reg and select Merge. Alright, now close Notepad and CMD and try again. So we can continue the installation. Please select the correct partition for your Windows installation and format it. Be careful. If you do this incorrectly, you will lose data. That concludes method 2. Next, we will move on to method 3. For method 3, I will use WinNTSetup to install Windows. Please prepare the Windows 11 ISO file and the WinNTSetup folder for installation. Select Troubleshoot. Advanced Options. Command Prompt. Now enter the command to open Notepad. Select File, Open. Change the file of type to All Files. Open folder WinNTSetup. Right-click on WinNTSetup and run. In the first bar, I will click on the search button and select the Windows 11 ISO file. Below the word Options, I will select the edition to install as Pro. In the third bar, press Search and select your Windows installation partition. Mine is partition C. Click on F next to the search button to proceed with formatting. Now you can click Setup. So method 3 is done. Next we will move on to method 4. For method 4, you only need one Windows 11 ISO file. Right-click and select Mount. Open the Sources folder. Copy the install.vim file to a partition other than C. Now I will create a text file. I will leave this command line in the description and comments below. Now hold the Shift key and restart the computer to enter Windows recovery environment. Select Troubleshoot. Advanced Options. Command Prompt. Now I will open Notepad and open the text file I just created. Now I will correct the command. Select File, Open. You find the Windows installation drive and format it. Mine is drive C. Now I will paste this command into the command prompt. I will explain the command in the description and comments below. This command has been successful. Next, enter the command on the screen. Where C is the drive letter for my Windows installation, you should replace it with a different letter that is appropriate for you. Close the command prompt and click Continue to proceed with the Windows installation. That concludes method 4. Next, we will move on to method 5. For method 5, please prepare a Windows 11 25H2 ISO file, and I will be using the WinToHDD software to install it. Select Reinstall Windows. In the Image File section, I will select the Windows 11 ISO file. The free version will only allow you to install the Home Edition. Since I am using the Enterprise version, I will be able to install the Pro Edition. At this point, you just need to press Next, and the installation process will automatically proceed. That concludes method 5. Let's move on to the final method. For method 6, we need to prepare the Windows 11 ISO file and the BypassTPMCheck software. First, right-click the Windows icon and select Disk Management. Select a partition, right-click it, and select Shrink Volume. I will shrink 10 gigabytes, so I will enter 10240. Right-click the unallocated space and select New Simple Volume. Here, you should set the letter to W. Change the file system to FAT32 and name it WinTSetup. Now, right-click the ISO file and select Mount. Copy all the files and folders to the W drive you just created. Skip copying the install.vim file. Now we need to use a command to split the install.vim file so we can copy it to the FAT32 partition. I will put the commands and explain them in the description and comments below. Open command prompt as administrator. I will correct the command and run the command. That was successful. Now, go to the sources folder on the W drive, and you will see the files install.swm and install2.swm. You can now eject the mounted Windows ISO drive. Open BypassTPMCheck. Switch to the UEFI tab. Edit boot entries. Click Add. Navigate to the W drive. EFI. Boot. Select the boots64.efi file. You can name it whatever you like. In the boot part, you need to select the correct FAT32 partition of 10 GB you created earlier. Save and close. Now I will restart the computer and enter the boot menu. I will select the entry I just created. So now you can install as normal. You can reuse this method for future Windows reinstalls if you want. Select the correct Windows installation partition and format it. Making a mistake will result in data loss or damage to the installation. That's all done. If you like this video, please leave me a like, share, and subscribe to the channel to receive more exciting videos about Windows. Have a great day.